Hi everyone, I'm Adrienne. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and I decided to do this video because some of my patients have been asking what they can do to boost their immune systems during this time. As you all know, we're in a little bit of a holding pattern due to COVID-19, and now is the best time to be doing what you can to boost your immune system. A lot of experts believe that when we do start moving around and doing the things that we're used to be doing, that the virus is still going to be present and circulating. So it's best right now to make the effort to boost your immune system so that when you are exposed to the virus, you can recover from it and not get too sick, hopefully. So the purpose of this video, how do I boost my immune system? I'm going to talk about 4 of the major things that you can do at home to boost your immune system in order of importance, in my opinion. Number 1 is diet. Your diet is so important. That is the absolute number 1 thing that you could be doing for yourself while you're not able to go about your usual business. You have to pay attention and eat as much good food as you possibly can, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so let's get started. How do I boost my immune system? Number 1 is diet. I know, this seems to be a lot of people's weak spots, and that is okay. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop eating the things that you love. Everybody's coping in their own way right now. If you're into baking, sweets, that's fine. Everything is okay in moderation. What I am going to tell you is to add more plant-based foods to your diet. So plant-based foods are foods like vegetables, fruits, grains, nuts, and seeds. If you think you're not eating a lot of vegetables or other plant-based foods, then eat more. If you think that you are eating a lot of plant-based foods, you can still eat more. These foods should make up about 90% of your diet, right? So you should be eating a fruit or vegetable with every single meal. If you're eating 5 times a day, you should have at least a fruit or a vegetable with every meal. If you're eating 3 times a day, same. Breakfast, you should definitely consider adding vegetables to breakfast. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't just need to have fruit or sweet stuff. And you really want to eat fruits and vegetables of every single color. Why? Because different colored fruits and vegetables have different properties as far as health goes. These properties are called phytonutrients. The phytonutrients are pigments in the fruits and vegetables that all do a little bit of different things. And here's a chart that gives you a little bit of an idea of why different colored fruits and vegetables are important for a well-rounded diet. These fruits and vegetables and other plant-based foods are excellent for boosting your immune system. If you need a supplement, I absolutely recommend something like this. We have the green superfood here. It is a powder. Inside the powder you have lots of different grasses. You have beets, you have broccoli, you have all kinds of superfoods that are really good for boosting your immune system. All you have to do is use a scoop of this a day. You can add it to a protein shake. You can add it, if you can stand it, you can add it to water. It tastes like grass, so if you're into things that taste good, this isn't going to be it, but this is going to help you boost your immune system and stay healthy. This is a particular one that I use, but there's a lot of different kinds. Okay, so that's what I recommend for diet, not some big long discussion on it. Just make sure that you add more vegetables. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that there are a lot of plants and foods that are antibacterial and antiviral. These foods are known to combat bacteria and viruses. So foods like garlic, ginger, and oregano, those are 3 of my favorites. You can put those in food, you can cook with them. You can add garlic and ginger to soups, vegetables, stir fries. You can actually eat these things almost every day. So Herbs like astragalus root, echinacea, licorice root, elderberry, those are typically taken in supplement form, but you can certainly get some and add them to your cooking too. Astragalus root you can add to soups, stews, kind of like a bay leaf. You can put it in, you can take it out, you can get the good functions in there. So astragalus and licorice root are often used in Chinese herbal medicine. So if you see, I have some herbs back here. There's some really good supplements there for immune boosting. But remember, all of them are still plants. So as I mentioned, eat more plants. Another one that's not shown on this chart is green tea. Green tea is one of my favorites. All you have to do is add a cup or two of green tea to your daily regimen. You can drink it hot, you can drink it iced. It's a really good antiviral also. And in case you didn't know, a huge part of your immunity is in your gut, in your stomach. So this is the reason why the best way to boost your immune system is through your diet. Okay, welcome back. Let's talk about immune booster number 2 now. This one is my favorite, exercise. I happen to be a little bit of an exercise junkie, so I know a little bit about exercise. The thing that you need to know about exercise is it strengthens your entire body. It strengthens your bones, your joints, your organs, your blood vessels, everything in your body gets strengthened when you exercise. This is why there's so much information about how good exercise is for you, so you should be making sure that you're exercising. Don't forget that your heart is a muscle, so when you exercise, you strengthen your heart. And while your lungs are not muscles, what does make them stronger is expansion. So making sure that they're able to stretch and to get proper blood flow, because blood flow in the lungs is what actually increases our immunity. So if you can expand your lungs, you can get more surface area, which means that you get more blood flow, which means that you boost your immune system. So exercise is a very big topic. I could spend a whole video just on exercise, so I'm just gonna talk about some basics here, things that are gonna be helpful for you. And let's just say for the purpose of building lung immunity, you'll want to focus on 2 different things. 1, cardiovascular exercise, and number 2, we have postural or breathing exercise. You want to focus on expansion of the lungs. So not only do you want to, increase your breathing so you can help to expand your lung, you can also benefit by doing actual exercises where you're opening up the chest and helping to actually physically increase space in and around the lungs. So let's talk about cardiovascular exercise for a minute. When it comes to cardiovascular exercise, it is a very common misconception that you have to work really hard. You have to breathe really heavy and get all hot and sweaty. This is actually not the case. You don't need to be working as hard as you think you do. Some of us really like that kind of hot, sweaty, intense exercise, but I realize that a lot of other people don't, and you don't really need to do that for the benefits of staying healthy and boosting your immune system. What you really need to do is just to get your heart rate up a little bit and to be able to breathe a little bit heavier than you do, on a normal day. And if you're doing it correctly, you should still be able to talk and you should be comfortable. The most effective way to determine if you are properly exercising your cardiovascular system is to monitor your heart rate. So a lot of the fitness watches have it built in. This is an Apple Watch. So my Apple Watch will tell me what my heart rate is pretty much all day long. Using the heart rate apps can help you figure out whether or not your heart rate is in the cardiovascular zone. That's a whole other topic. There's certainly a lot of information on that. But if you're not too techy, if you don't have a watch, if you don't want to do a bunch of calculations, the next best thing is to use a perceived exertion scale. So this chart right here shows the rate of perceived exertion. So instead of using heart rate, you can use this chart. You can see here you only have to be in the green area for about 30 minutes a day to reap the benefits of the cardiovascular exercise. You should still be able to talk and you should feel pretty comfortable. You might be breathing a little bit heavy, but you still should be able to have a conversation. So in this area, you can see that you can easily go for a walk or a hike. You can ride your bike. You can dance around. You can check out YouTube videos. There's tons of them on exercise, or they have some online fitness classes. local and even like Beachbody on Demand. There's lots of options. So the beautiful thing about exercise is that there's something for everyone. There's no reason why you shouldn't exercise and have fun too. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the second piece of the exercise puzzle I was talking about, and that's talking about expanding and opening up the space in your chest and doing exercises specifically for that. So if you're into yoga, there's a lot of yoga poses that are called chest openers. What it really does is it helps to expand your rib cage, expand the space in your chest cavity, also helps to strengthen your muscles, your breathing muscles, your muscles in your chest and your upper back. So yoga is an excellent option for that. The other thing is if you're weightlifting, I mean, that's a good option too. We just want to make sure that you're getting good stretching so that you're getting in the mobility that you need to be getting into. The third form that I really like is an exercise called Qigong. Qigong is an ancient Chinese martial art, and it's designed now mostly for exercise purposes. It is composed of a lot of gentle moving postures that really help to increase range of motion in all of your joints. So for this particular one, and increasing lung function and helping with mobility, the biggest piece of this is that you really just want to do exercises where you're expanding the chest. So you have just a simple Qigong that helps to stretch that whole area in the chest. And then the other thing that's really good is twisting. So you're getting some twisting in the rib cage that helps to expand the lungs, to open up the spaces in the ribs, and helps to give the lungs more space, more mobility within the chest cavity. And what that does is it, as I mentioned before, it helps to increase surface area, which helps to get more blood into, around the lungs, which will help increase your immune system. So if you're interested in investigating more about Qigong, there's a lot of great YouTube videos on it. You can just go on YouTube and you can search for 5-element Qigong. You will find that there's different Qigong exercises for the different organ systems in the body. And this is a really gentle way to help increase mobility, boost your immune system, and you can literally do it in about 10 minutes a day. And if you notice, I'm outside. As I mentioned before, increasing your time outside is really great for the immune system. So, yeah, that's it. So now we're going to talk about immune booster number 3, and that's sleep. Getting good quality sleep is really important because when you're sleeping, some of your organ systems are cleaning and repairing themselves. And so it is super important to get good quality sleep. In Chinese medicine theory, different organ systems are associated with different times of the day. So different organ systems are active throughout the day and night. And especially at night when you're resting, you have your liver that is most active because it is busy running the cleaning cycle and cleaning and filtering your blood. And then after the liver finishes doing its job cleaning the blood, then your lung goes through its process in healing and cleaning and making sure that everything is squared away there. So here's a diagram of the qi cycle in Chinese medicine. You'll see that in the bottom left corner, between the hours of 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., the body should be sleeping during the gallbladder, liver, and lung times, as this is where repair and healing occur. My biggest suggestion here is to try to get to sleep before 11 p.m. and to sleep until at least 5 a.m. I realize that a lot of people have issues with sleep. We have trouble falling asleep. We have trouble staying asleep. Sometimes women get hot flashes at night, night sweats. We have kids, dogs, other issues with that. But I would really suggest that you do your best to get good sleep. If you are having trouble sleeping, there are ways that you can help that. There's a lot of good supplements for that. You can seek out acupuncture. You can do meditation, or some other sleep therapies. So it's important to seek a professional to get a good assessment, but you want to make sure that you're getting good quality sleep. Natural supplements are better, as if you're taking medications at night, this is going to interfere with the liver being able to to clean and do its job. So yeah, so that's my suggestion. And now we're on to the last one. Immune booster number 4 is actually to stop worrying. It's a known fact that stress weakens the immune system. And at this point in time, it's not really helping you to stay awake at night, wondering, if you wash your hands after you pumped gas, or thinking that you can possibly remove every germ from your hands, from your life. It's not doing your body any good to be concerned with this all the time. So worry is actually a pretty useless emotion because it doesn't change the past, it doesn't change the future, it only stresses you out in the present, and over time can actually weaken your immune system. So worry is actually a big one because it can affect your life, it can affect your ability to eat healthy, to exercise, to engage in other healthy habits. So if you find that you're worrying a lot, and you're especially finding that it's interfering with other healthy habits in your life, I would definitely think about trying to find ways to better manage it. Mental health counseling can be helpful. There's a lot of really good self-help books out there. Meditation, distraction, and other methods can be helpful. When it comes to worrying, the only way that you're really going to get past worrying is to try to change your thought patterns. So it can be a little bit of work to do that. Taking things or distracting yourself isn't always the best option, since it's not actually teaching you how to retrain your thoughts so that you stop worrying so much. Yeah. So that's my big 4. One that I didn't mention was to get outside every day. I did mention it briefly during the exercise portion. Fresh air is great for building the immune system. Some other small things you can do is take some vitamins. Vitamin D you get from the sun, so if you can get outside every day and get some sunshine, then you shouldn't need to supplement as much with vitamin D. Zinc is really helpful. Vitamin C is helpful, but I do suggest that you try to get as much as you can through your diet before you're thinking about supplementing. Vitamins can be helpful, but they're not a replacement for proper diet and exercise and good sleep and a good mental state. So thanks for listening. I hope you found this really helpful. Have a great day.